Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Mr. Gini, and we are here at Gentilini Ford in Woodbine, New Jersey. And this is the 49th annual South Jersey Truck and Antique Car Show. So, we got a little bit of, not the best weather here, but, there's this beautiful, gorgeous 1939 Buick Century right in the background over here. And there's a lot of cars here still, actually. You can't really see from here, but, as we kind of walk around, we're definitely going to see a lot of cars. I saw a lot, kind of coming in here. So, not the best weather, but that certainly ain't going to stop us. We're going to go and see what kind of cars we can find. Let's get to it. So, what a way to start off with this beautiful 1939 Buick Century. This thing is absolutely stunning. Excuse me. And I hate to say it, folks, I can't really say for certain if this was before or after Robert Durant purchased Buick, when it was kind of going through a rough time, and turned it around into one of the top automakers. Actually, I think that was well before, so this came out, well after, I believe, Robert Durant was head of the company. In any case, this is an absolutely gorgeous, stunning classic. And then right next to the Buick Century, we have a really nicely resto-modded 55 Bel Air. Look at this. Look at the dark green on this. Very nice. And then right next to the Bel Air, we follow up with this beautiful 70 Nova. I'm just gonna kind of walk here. And we got a 77 El Camino. And I believe that's an 82 Vet. Look at that. I'm really starting to really love like the older Vets, the C4s and C5s. And what a rookie mistake I just made. So, I should know this because the 82 was a C3. This is clearly not a C3. I believe this is a C4. It's definitely not a C3 because the body type was way, way different. It had more of kind of like the exaggerated kind of shape. And I know my mom had like a C3, so I should have known this was not a C3 and not an 82 Vet. This is an 88. But anyway, in any case, very nice car. And next, we got the 68 Ford F100. Look at this. Very, very nice. And then right next to the F100, check out this Ford Custom Line sedan. So look at this. It kind of gives you the Bel Air vibes. And it's just so cool to see how Ford and Chevy just really went at it head to head throughout the 20th century. I'm going to kind of walk around here. Yeah, look at that front. That is, what a stunning car. So this is somewhere in the 50s. I can't see what it exactly is. I love that emblem there. So I think the Bel Air has something similar on it. Has sort of this emblem, but I love that color. I love that color. All right, we're just going to kind of walk along here. Ooh, got that Fox body over there. Look at this Challenger. Then we got another looks like a pre-World War well, actually no, just post-World War II Ford. This here's the 1951 Ford Custom Line. I just really love, I gotta say, I love the pre-muscle car designs. And don't get me wrong, I certainly do respect the muscle cars, but there's just something about these designs that just really get me. It just really emanate like classic. Yeah, this car kind of has me. Very nice Ford here. And then right next to the 51 Ford Custom, we got 69 Ford Torino. Look at this. It's just so amazing how the shape just changed, over almost 2 decades. Let's kind of get the front of this. And wow, what a beautiful and imposing front grille. All right, so we just got these cars here. And we're going to continue along here. All right, got the Ford pickup here, got the Stang, got the older Stang. All right, we just finished off this row here. Finished off a sort of a retro F-150 truck there, and that's where we finish off. All right, everyone. So that probably has to be the absolutely loudest Ford I've ever heard in my life. I think we're speaking deafening. I think I may have lost hearing in 1 year, but it was so worth it. That was just absolutely menacing. So yeah, this Ford in the background, it was certainly a a crowd attractor. Everyone just kind of gathered around, was getting pictures and videos like I was. But yeah, that's man, quite an engine there. So we're gonna continue getting footage. Let's get to it. So we got the Chevy, the Z28, another Chevy. So nice to see a little Chevy representation at a Ford dealership. So that's certainly cool to see. Ooh, that's a nice looking Camaro. Look at that. Love that color and shape. I mean, those are two nice Chevys, but I hate to say it, don't know if they compare to this. Look at this Ford Custom line here. Again, with the with the strong Bel Air vibes, but again, just goes to show how Ford and Chevy were really going head to head. It's kind of funny because it's almost like because I know that Chevy decided to step up their game with the Bel Air, and it looks like Ford did the same thing too. Because this definitely doesn't look like your normal low cost run of the mill car like they were making. This looks like something that's kind of a little more extravagant and luxurious. And I haven't seen too many custom lines. I've seen them, Ford Customs. I've seen them here and there, but I've mostly seen Bel Airs. But I really just love the design elements on this. I love the paneling. Look, you got the custom line badging there, and I just love kind of the Bel Air stainless steel paneling on the side of this thing. This is really, really a nice, stunning car. Ford Custom, very beautiful. And since we're at a Ford dealership, it shouldn't surprise anyone that we're going to see a lot of Fords, including this beautiful Ford Fairlane. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. Doesn't this give you kind of Christine vibes? Look at almost the wings, or kind of like the look at those pointy wings kind of at the back there. Kind of reminds me of the Plymouth Fury a little bit that we saw the other day. But wow, look at that green and gold. Look at how that gold paneling separates the green and the white. Oh my goodness, this Fairlane is absolutely beautiful. My goodness. What an absolutely stunning automobile. Now that is a very, very cool badge there. Look at that. Oh, I love that front. And this shot here, folks, I'm just trying to get my thumbnail here. This could be a potential thumbnail. That is such a nice, nice car. All right, so we're gonna go down this row here. You got the Oldsmobile. I think that's 68 Olds. Cool William Durant representation there, GM. You got 67 Chevelle. You got 65 Stang. We'll finish off with the Stang. And then check this out, folks. Next to the Stang, look at this Cutlass Supreme. I don't see too many of these, to be honest with you. I mean, I see the 80s versions of these cars. I don't think I've seen many of the 70s versions. So really nice to see this Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme here. Beautiful. Love that front grille. So this is a 70 Cutlass. So really nice to see this. And we got the Chevy 3100, 1950. Yeah, the cars in the 50s and maybe the very early 60s really take my heart, just in terms of their shape, and they just really stand out as classics. So I just really love the color on this, and then it would be a sin not to get the interior. I mean, a lot of the cars are actually the windows are up because of the weather, but this guy has the window open, so we're going to go and take advantage of that. And oh wow, see, this is what I love, guys. Look at that. Look at the font. Look at just how classic that is. Look at how antique that is. You have the old gaugery and everything on there. The Chevy badge on there. Let me back it out a little bit. Yeah, that is such an antique dash there. Beautiful. Yeah, right next to the 50s 3100, we got a 70s C3 Stingray. Look at this. This is a really nice car. Two gentlemen over there were talking about how nice this is, and I must concur. Beautiful, beautiful car. And we finish off with the 88 Land Cruiser. Look at this. I think it was at Woodbine. I think it was another place, the 50s Diner. There was a guy that had an old Land Cruiser, and he spent a lot of time with me on this. I think his was white though. I don't think this is the same one, but look at the shape. This is weird. Look at the shape of this. It's kind of weird. It's almost like it's a little bit like the wheels. it's almost like it's not balanced. It's weird. It's almost like the back kind of extends out a little bit. Look at that. It just looks a little like, you know, but just so nice to see this, you know, retro 4Runner here, or sorry, Land Cruiser. All right, folks, we got this row and the row all the way back there with that Duke Century. We got these over here, and we're gonna grab some of these cars in these two rows. Let's get to it. Wow. So check out this 70 Impala. Again, look at the size of the car. And this is kind of when, at least I noticed, you know, kind of the late 60s and early 70s when the cars really started to get big and imposing. And they didn't have the same, like, prestige as, say, the 50s cars and the luxury element. They have more of a sporty element and more of an imposing element to them. But I just love this car in white, and I love those wheels. Beauty. Look at the space here, folks. Look at this. Because a lot of the cars now, I don't even have this much space. And it just goes to show just how big the cars were. It's like they were big and they're also sporty. Look at the back of this thing too. Look at this. Oh my goodness, the lighting and everything. So yeah, this is how they did it in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s. Owner's kind enough to open up. I just love. Look at the attention to detail on the door paneling. It just goes to show just how much more focus there was on the form. Look, you got the badge of the wood and the badging on there, and then look at this is kind of what I talk about, folks. Is just look at you kind of have a little bit of driver focused design on here. You look at how the dash is separated out, and you have look at the huge speedometer here, and it's just rectangular. It's not like a gauge. So this again, very common design element of the late 60s, early 70s, but really nice work here. I just love the green too, and look at the seating too. So it's almost like the manufacturers really put their heart and soul into the cars back in the late 60s, early 70s. Not to say the cars today aren't don't have their say, but just there's something about the older cars, I think, that put a lot more effort into the form and the statement the cars were trying to make. All right, folks, there's a lot of cars here. We got to keep moving. So we just saw that Impala. Ooh, look at that Fox body. Oh, that is nice. That is a beautiful Fox body, folks. Look at this. Wow. All right, we're leaving that Fox body here. Ooh, look at this one here. This is Chevelle we got here. Another Stang, and we finish off Plymouth Roadrunner. Very strong way to finish off this row. And then right across from the Roadrunner, got the Plymouth Cuda. Look at that, folks. Wow, now this is a stunning car, folks. Plymouth Cuda. Look at that front grille, folks. So that's a 73. We're going to move on here. Ooh, that might be the same vet that my mom had when I was growing up. Look at that. And then, whoo, wow, look at that Falcon. Oh my goodness. Ooh, now that is a stunner, folks. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful car. So this is a 65, and this is my attempt at a thumbnail here. Wow, what a beauty. And I know I'm kind of short on time here, but I can't help it. This Falcon is so beautiful, so I got to get all the elements here on this gorgeous, gorgeous car. And this probably is going to be a video short. Look at the paneling on here. Futura, look at that. Futura, or however you pronounce it. And then you got the Falcon badge on the back. And I believe this was the original chassis of the Mustang too. Beautiful car. And then next to the Falcon, we got the Undertaker, the Mercury Comet. Walk around this baby here. Look at this, folks, the Mercury Comet. So that's a 71. And then look at this, 64 Chevelle. And this looks nothing like the Chevy Chevelles that we typically see, you know? This is before the whole fastback era, I guess. Look at the shape of this car. And I love the blue roof with the cream color on this. Let's walk around her. All right, let's keep moving. Got the Crown Victoria. And it's nice to see the more retro cars and modern classic cars, if that makes sense, because stop right there. So this is the 92, and you know, it may not be as striking as, say, a car from the 50s or 60s or even 70s, but it really does get my attention. I actually do love, I'm really beginning to appreciate more the cars from the 90s that are kind of entering the classic era, or might be considered classic. And then here we finish off with the Impala here. Wow, what a car. Okay, so we covered a decent amount of ground so far. We covered these two rows here, and there are a lot of cars here to cover, so gotta keep moving, folks. We have three very sporty Mustangs here, all parked next to each other here. Whew. Yeah, I just love the Fox bodies. The Fox bodies will always have a special place in my heart, folks. I like how you have the 2008 Bullet Mustang, and then kind of next to that, you got this monster from the 70s. Look at this. This thing is an absolute monster. Alright. Just want to grab these two Mustangs here. Ooh, this one's, look at this one here. Got a little carbon fiber action on the hood there. This is going to be a really good row, folks. We start off with a Ford 1930 Ford Model A. Look at that. Ooh, yeah, this is going to be a very nice row, folks. Got the Pontiac GTO. Might be a Falcon. I'm just going to walk through this row first. Oh my.
You get the front one's days, the back one's out. As long as it sees a difference in it, that's all it is. So I've been doing it for years.
Those two rods there, beautiful. First, check out this 1933 Chevy pickup Model C. It's just so cool to see Chevy and Ford just going at it throughout the years. This is a nice rat too. Look at this. Oh, got the pitbull action there. And oh, I love how he keeps it so retro. My goodness, look at that gauging in there. Wow. Pan back out here. Oh, what a monster the Chevy is. I love how you have the vertical exhaust on this too. Very beautiful. So Chevy repping strong, folks. Well, guess what, folks? We saw this exact car at the Burke Motor Show about 2 years ago, and man, it still looks pristine as hell. I love this. Well, pristine's not the word I'd use for this, not at all. This is absolutely menacing and just angry and menacing. I love how the doors open up on the Model A, though. This is what a car this is. Wow.
Google lensed it, and the guy.
Harley engine. Look at this. Got the Harley Davidson cover on this. This is so cool. This is what I love about rat rods. You can do whatever you want with them. Oh, look at the paneling on here. This is what's so freaking awesome about rats. It's just up to the owner's creativity, you know, and statement they want to make. Oh yes, look at that. Look at that freaking what do you call that stick? I can't even talk now. And he's got the skull action there. Man, I love what my man did with this rat here. My God, I just love the antique gaugery. You know, kind of built right in the chassis. There's no freaking plastic in this thing at all. This whole thing's freaking like metal. Oh, hey, look at the door too. I didn't even look at that Coca-Cola he's got on there. He's got the Coca-Cola emblem on there. So my man definitely made quite a bit of effort on this car. So there's a lot of little details on this that, you know, you may not really pick up unless you look really closely. Broke neck garage, man. I love it. I love it, folks. So we go from this menacing rat to a prestigious caddy Seville. So what a change of scenery there, folks. So gotta keep moving. A lot of cars to cover. Let's keep going. Ooh, look at this Ford. Now that definitely is bringing up childhood memories. Got the F50 Custom, we got F150 Custom, sorry, and oh my goodness, look at this Dodge. Oh man, Mopar, baby, Mopar. Look at that color. Oh my goodness, this is one of the most beautiful trucks I have seen. So this truck is amazing. Check it out, folks. So this is the original stamping on here. Look at that here and on this hood here. But what I love about this, you just don't see. I know we're at a Ford dealership, but I shouldn't say it's kind of fun. This would be a perfect thumbnail. You got the Ford dealership sign up there, and you got a Dodge truck right in the front, just to give a big middle finger. And I'm joking, but it's just nice to see like a Mopar representation, because you're just, it's just dominated by the trucks are dominated by Chevy and Ford. All the events I go to, it's just awesome to see this beautiful, gorgeous Dodge 100 truck here. Yeah, I really wish I could spend more time with the cars, but this actually is a bigger event, so we kind of got to keep moving. Oh my goodness, look at this. So I think anytime I see something rare, I got to give it more attention. What in the hell is this thing? So this is called a Gremlin. This is the 1974 Gremlin. Yeah, that's definitely different. So this is a 1974 AMC Gremlin. Oh, I love that grill. Look at that. I got to get it again. All right, we'll finish this roll off. That's a nice Mustang. Look at this. Right next to this beautiful 1967 Mustang, we go back in time to a 38 Ford Custom Deluxe. Look at this thing. Wow. 38 Ford Deluxe Coupe. Sorry, folks. Deluxe Coupe. We'll move on here. Ooh, look at this. Looks like a Falcon. It is a Falcon. Ford Falcon. Ooh, I love the shape of these. Wow, you really have to love the color on this 1930 Ford Model A. Island Performance Carburation. This is absolutely beautiful, folks. I love that car. What a nice resto model on this. This is absolutely beautiful. Wow, so right next to the Model A. Ooh, look at this deluxe coupe. Look at the color scheme on this. Oh my goodness. And look, even the badging is red too. So look at this, folks. You got a gorgeous blue. You got the red wheels on here. And then look closely over here. You got the Ford Deluxe with sort of the red accents on there. So wow, what a beautiful color scheme on this. Wow. Look at the back of this real quick. Ooh, love that, love that. Got the American flag in the back there. Very plush seats. Ooh, look at the font. See, that's what I love to see, is that retro font on here. Man, this is, man, wow. What a pristine interior this is. Gorgeous. Look at the engine, folks. Yeah, this is something. Wow. So you got the different hood on here, but I love kind of like that sort of the patina you have going on here. Look at the wheels too, folks. Look at the color scheme on this. This is really nice. So it's kind of cool. You're going from something more colorful to something kind of more along the patina lines. Oh, this is beautiful. So I think this is the 1940. Let's take a closer look at her. Oh, yes. What a lovely dash. So now we know the actual color of the car, the green. Yeah, this is such a cool event. You know why? So you got these, antique classics, American classics, and you go right to an Austin Healey. Look at this. Wow. How about that for a thumbnail? So you got a 1965 Austin Healey. Right next to that 40 Ford. Look at that, folks. That is something. And then right next to this Austin Healey, you got a 60 Austin Healey. Look how small this car is. Again, I think the Brits, they pride themselves on making small but elegant cars. Look at the front of this. Wow. And then right next to these two Austin Healeys, you got a Triumph TR6. Look at this baby. And then now that we're done the British section, we get right back to some Fords with this really strong looking Stang. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at the chrome wheels in the black. This is a menacing Mustang. Now that will be a nice thumbnail. We're gonna finish this roll off with a blue 67 Stang. Look at this, wow. Lovely, lovely car. I mean, there are a lot of beautiful cars here. Like this Chrysler Diplomat. I could have sworn I saw this in I could have sworn I saw the same car at the Back to the Date event a couple days ago. I'll have to check my footage again, but look at this Ford. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Wow, I'm in love, folks. I am in love. Well, much respect to the Diplomat, but sorry, folks, I gotta focus my attention on this beautiful, gorgeous Ford F6 here. Let's look at the interior here. Oh gosh, in love. Let's see if I can get a little closer there. Oh, look at that gaugery there. Goodness gracious. I just love the dashes on these old trucks. So beautiful. There's the F6 badge on there. And look at this, you got the Jack Daniels there. So no problem having a good time. Pan out again. Wow, what a truck this is. Yeah, folks, if you love classics, you gotta come out here. Whoo! Got the Chevy pickup, look at that. Absolutely lovely. And then next to the pickup, you got a Maverick. Look at this. I think we saw this in Salem County, I believe. Not this exact car, but I think I saw a Maverick in Salem County. Look at the badge, the Maverick badge on there. That's cool. And then right next to the 70 Maverick, you got a 49 Jeep, folks. Look at this. Oh, I love that color on this. Wow. Let's get a closer look. That's a very interesting interior. Look, you have that single larger back seat, single wider back seat. Look at this. Wow, very, very interesting, folks. So fascinating going back in history. And then right next to that, we got a 32 Ford Deluxe Coupe. I've seen a number of these at this event. I like the color on this. It's like a patina burnt orange. Very, very nice. Now, even though I've seen this next car before, this absolutely gorgeous, stunning Studebaker, it's still an absolutely gorgeous, stunning Studebaker, which is why I'm going to get more footage of it. Yeah, this might have been my thumbnail. I know I've seen this car before. That color is absolutely breathtaking. And you definitely don't see many Studebakers here. You know what that says, folks? That's the Studebaker. And this is what breathtaking looks like, folks. Because this is a breathtaking car. We'll say goodbye to the Studebaker. We'll continue on here. Again, I really wish I could spend more time with these cars. It's just there's a lot to cover here, so I got to keep on moving. Looks like a Lincoln Mark 7. This looks like a Mustang. It actually does with the wheels and the soft top. It kind of does actually. Let me see if I can get to the side of it. Yeah, so this is obviously a Camaro, but yeah, it does kind of have Mustang vibes to it a little bit. And do know that the Camaro was manufactured to compete with the Mustang, so there's that. The Camaro there. You got this. Ooh, that's a nice looking Vet there. So we'll finish this section off here. Leaving this Corvette, but check this out, folks. I have never in my life seen an Edsel. So the brand of this car is Edsel, and look at the paneling on this thing. This is, oh my goodness. Look at the attention to detail on this car. So this, actually, technically you could say it's a Ford. It's Edsel Ford. So this is named after Ford's son, Edsel Ford. And I don't think I've ever in my life seen an Edsel car, ever. So folks, I don't know if you appreciate just how special this moment is. This might have to be my thumbnail. I don't even know. Man, I'm at a loss of words here. So you have the Edsel badging on here. Yep. So this car was made in Edsel Ford's name. Oh, absolutely breathtaking. Hey, I hope everyone's having a good time. So check out this absolutely beautiful, pristine, stunning Edsel Corsair. So yes, this is named after Edsel Ford. This is a specially made car for Edsel Ford, basically. This thing is absolutely breathtaking. You can tell Ford, they put their heart and soul into making this car. And I think it's a 59. I have to go double check that again, but I believe this car was made in 59. But it is absolutely breathtaking. So yeah, please, I hope you enjoy the footage of this absolutely gorgeous Edsel. So glad to have seen this. So this looks like a very, very strong row. We're gonna go and grab these cars here. Ooh, Ford Galaxy. Beautiful. 1934 Ford. Look at this. What a beautiful truck. And I know I talk about how Chevy dominates the truck shows and everything, but you can never get sick of a dropped Chevy truck. Look at this. Dropped a little bit. Very strong looking truck. Truck is a 65. And right next to that, we got an 85. It's just cool to see the differences though. So, you know, you saw the grille of the 65. Look at the grille of the 85. You got the square body here. Ooh, those lights look different too. They have to look some aftermarket lights there. Very nice truck. So I'm going to go pan over here so you can kind of see both of them, kind of sort of. You got the 65 further out, and then you got the 85. And next to these gorgeous trucks. Woo! Look at this Nova. Wow. Oh my. 71 Nova. And right next to the Nova. Ooh, what a strong looking Camaro that is. Wow. Let's go ahead and finish this row off here. Some very lovely, lovely cars here in this row. Oh, God, look at the size of those slicks. Jesus Christ, this thing is freaking absolutely menacing looking. Sorry folks, it would be a sin for me not to get the back of this Edsel. Again, this is such a rare car. Yeah, definitely Ford put their heart and soul into making this car. There's no question about that. You can just tell by the details. And you got the Edsel badging on here too. So this is something very, very special. Dying to get the interior of this Edsel. They actually made a decent amount of these. They made a lot of cars, and you know, oh my gosh. Just look at the details on the dash. So again, you just know that a lot of heart and soul was put into manufacturing this car. Look at the details on this. It's just so beautiful to see cars that are this pristine and that have this much attention to detail. You just don't see it as often. I mean, the only car I can think of, maybe the Pagani. If you go to exotic cars, the Pagani Huayra maybe, or the Pagani Zonda, or something like that. But in any case, I digress. This is absolutely a gorgeous interior in a gorgeous car. All right, guys, so we covered quite a bit. We got this whole entire section over here, and then we got all of this section earlier on, and now we got to get all that. So still quite a lot to cover, so let's get to it. Ooh, look at this Camaro. Wow. Look at that burnt orange. Yeah, Camaros have absolutely beautiful fronts to them. So this must be the later model. Again, I'm kind of going a little overview here. Nice C28 there, wow. Orange one's are the 70, and this one's here is the 79, and then we got, ooh, look at the Stingray Vet here. Very nice here. All right, let's keep moving. Oh, you're good. Ooh, look at the two-tone paneling on this Vet here. This is nice. Looks like a C4, I think. And we jump right to a C8. Oh my God. You gotta be impressed with just how aggressive the Corvettes look now. Look at this, wow. You know, I hate to admit it, folks. You know, I've always been kind of an exotic car snob. I've always preferred the Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and McLarens. And I'm gonna say this, you know, I love the way the Corvettes look. The only downfall to the Corvette is that it's mass produced, and the issue with that is that, you know, I see a lot of these cars. Don't get me wrong, this is an absolutely beautiful, stunning Corvette, and the only downfall of it, and it's not the fault of the car, it's just that you see a lot of these cars. So when you see a lot of them, they become a little bit more common. So they wouldn't be as kind of like rare or eye-popping as, say, a McLaren. But the thing is, if it wasn't, so let's say if it was as common as a McLaren, this car probably looks as good or maybe even better than a McLaren. And I'm a McLaren fan. I actually want to get a McLaren if I can afford one. But in any case, this is absolutely a beautiful, gorgeous Vet. Yeah, I really wish, folks, I could just spend more time with these cars. So we're just gonna do a general pan here. Oh, love the patina on that. And check this out, we gotta stop over here. So we saw this same exact truck at the Glassboro show, I think 2 years ago. This is an absolute stunner. Gotta get the little cart there too. Look at that. Beautiful. I take it the original color was a maroon? In any case, look at the beautiful gaugery on this. Back out here. This is the 1950 Chevy 3100. See if I can get a good thumbnail shot of her. Yeah, that is beautiful. And I love the vintage gas can there. Sunoco motor oil. And there's a better shot of the cart there. Look at that. And I'll finish the shot off right here. Beautiful work, my man. Beautiful work. And right next to this beautiful 3100. Ooh. Look at the paint on this Ford. Look at the size of the 63 Oldsmobile. This is something else. Look at this. Check this out. That is sweet. Definitely this kid has better skills than I did when I was a kid. Look at that. Look at that car. Look at that. Man. Kid's got to be a designer. But look at this Oldsmobile. Freaking monster. Look at this. And then next to the 69, we got 29 Ford Model A. Look at this. Wow. We got a C3 Corvette here. Sorry, C4. I don't know why I keep calling this a C3. My mind must be all mixed up. This, again, because my mom owned a C3, so I don't know how I could possibly confuse it. Anyway, I think this is a C4. Let me just double check this. 85, yeah, this is most certainly a C4. And then right next to this C4 Vet, we got this freaking 73 Volkswagen here. So cool to see so much differentiation and variation of cars here. So this gorgeous baby is a 1973 Type 3 Fastback. Next to that, look at this. Look at those chrome wheels on this Camaro here. Lovely. It's the Camaro, an Austin Healey. I just love how you have like kind of these Euro cars kind of scattered about right amongst all these American classics here. Very cool. The Austin Healey. We got 67 Ford Fairlane. Look at that, folks. Let me get the front of her. To the Fairlane, we got a Pontiac. Ooh, wow. I just love that color on this. Beautiful. The 72 Pontiac Le Mans. We'll grab the interior real quick of this. Ooh, I love that green. Got the Stango over there, the Pontiac. We just got this row, and you got a 70 Opel. Look at this. I think we saw a whole bunch of these at the Carlisle event, at the Carlisle Import, and we saw a whole bunch of Opels. Look at this. Let's grab the interior real quick. Oh my goodness, look how sporty that is. So this is very, very different from your typical dashes of the 70s. So this is obviously a smaller car, but it looks like the gauging is so sporty. Wow. 1970 Opel GT. Let's do the last shot of her. Opel. Check out the Ford Model A, 1929. Look at the color and look at the wheels on this. Absolutely beautiful car. Now let's get the interior. Ooh, this guy won something. He's a winner. Oh gosh, I love the interiors. This is absolutely beautiful interior. Let's check out the back too. It looks so comfortable too for 1929. Wow. You know, they say cars were a luxury item back then, and they definitely were not kidding about that. This car definitely is a lap of luxury. So you got this beautiful Model A, and you got the Model A pickup here. Look at this. And not only that, I'm going to show you guys something here. Check this out. Fisher's Main Street Market since 1907. That's just so cool. All these little details on the cars. Right next to the Ford Model A pickup. Look at the Econoline. Oh, look at that color and look at the wheels. Let's get a close look at the wheels on this. Oh, those are some beautiful wheels. Ford wheels. And then here's the front of the Ford Econoline. This is a 67. Yeah, I just love those grills there. Pony grills. And we go from a 67 to a 79 Jeep. Look at this, the Golden Eagle. Wow. Nice way to finish off. And we go from the Golden Eagle to the Challenger. Look at this. And that's not even the best part. This is the best part. Look at this. Check it out, folks. An American Rambler. How often do you see these? Like never. Almost never. Look at this American Rambler here. It looks very similar to a Ford Falcon. I wonder if it uses the same chassis as a Falcon. I don't even know, but what a beautiful car. So this one here is a 1965. And here's the back. The American Rambler, folks. Oh, too bad we didn't get these. Oh, we'll get them as they're leaving. That's fine. Okay, goodbye, C10s. See you next time. Okay, let's grab this row. Ooh, look at this. 1946 Chevy truck. That is beautiful. And right next to this beautiful, gorgeous 46 pickup, we got C7 Chevelle. And I tell you, they never disappoint. They're always so beautiful and so menacing looking. This one looks like it kind of has a little bit of the fastback design in the back. Oh, look at these lights. Wow. I love the front of this. And then we go from, you know, more of a muscle car to something more prestigious. Look at this Thunderbird here. Wow. Now, how's that for a thumbnail, folks? This here is a 57 Thunderbird. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see if I can get over here. Oh, that's gorgeous. And then right next to the 57 Thunderbird, you got the 37 Cabrio. 37 Ford Cabriolet, folks. Look at that. Understandably, there are a lot of people around that beautiful, gorgeous C1 Corvette, so we'll keep moving on here, folks. You got a 57 Chevy 210. Look at this. Wow. And sorry, folks, I did not realize that the Gentilini Chevrolet was right next to Gentilini Ford. I can't believe I overlooked that. So, but anyway, we got another Triumph TR6. Look at this, folks. Looks nice in maroon. Look at this. What a beautiful maroon color this is. Very nice. Ooh, check out that Hearse. Let's go through this line of cars here. Guy kind of rushing here a little bit. Ooh, 73 Oldsmobile Cutlass. That's a nice color. Let's keep going.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Gorgeous C10 color on that C10 pickup here. Got the Nova, and then, ooh, wow! And I know we've seen this car before, but it is so stunning. Look at the color scheme and look at the paneling on this. The Clipper, absolutely beautiful, folks. So this is the 55 Packard Clipper, made the same year as at the Bel Air too. So this definitely looks like it was targeted to compete with the Bel Air. Beautiful. The lights on this. Alright guys, unfortunately it's starting to come down now, so I'm gonna have to go and just do a quick overview here, guys. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go walk around and get all the cars here. Again, a lot of really awesome cars. I really wish I could have spent more time with these. Hey, there you go, my man. I actually wanted to get this Impala. I walked by this guy. I wanted to get his Impala, and I just couldn't because, again, the weather is kind of not holding out. Let's keep going. And you know what? We had good weather for a while, actually. It was supposed to rain earlier, so I'm pretty happy with the footage that I got. But I'm going to see what else I can get before people leave. Again, I'm sorry, folks. I really did want to get all these cars here. Again, there's so many beautiful cars, but just unfortunately the weather is just not holding up. So this is kind of the rest of the show that, you know, cars we were not able to get. I'm going to still try and get. Oh, look at that Bel Air. Wow. The 55 there. Ooh, man. So again, I'm just double timing it right now, getting whatever I can. Get this guy leaving here. Nice Camaro, nicer Bel Air. Yeah, there were more cars here, and I think a lot of them have left, obviously. Just gonna go do a general pan over here. Ooh, look at that vet. That's nice. See, I love the front engine vets. That might be a C6, I think. I'm guessing C6. Ooh, check out the Apache. Let's keep moving. Again, there's still some cars here, so we'll go ahead and get whatever footage we can. Oh, sorry. Oh, we're taking pictures still?
No, go. No,
sorry. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I have this exact car.
You know, but the thing is, you know, it's bad weather now, but you know, for most of the morning it was pretty good. So, you know, again, I'm very happy with what I was able to get. Finish off with these cars here. I think I saw this. It's 98. I think I saw this car. Was this in Egg Harbor? Finish off this roll over here. Yeah, I'll come right back. Hang on, yeah. I was talking to the guys back there. One of them that owns a 98. Cool people, cool folk over here. That's what's awesome. The people are so cool here too. Oh man, it sucks these cars are leaving. So maybe I'll go. I'll see if I can grab these cars real quick there. I got them already, but I want to get them leaving too. I just want to listen to that Bel Air, actually. That's what I want to do. Yeah, that's a nice Bel Air. And this will be the last. I think this is going to probably be the last section over here, folks. So we got a pretty decent section here. Ooh, look at that Camaro. So let's go walk around here. We'll get these cars over here real quick, and that should probably be a wrap. So nice Camaro over here. Beautiful Bel Air. Ooh, a nice black Nova. Ooh, finish off with a Beamer. Look at this. The retro BMW. Very nice way to finish off. Hey folks, so yeah, unfortunately the weather just didn't hold up, but it held up for a while. So you know, I think I was able to get a lot of footage of this event. So very happy about that, and very happy that, you know, we did have, you know, decent enough weather to have people out here. And then, you know, eventually just kind of, you know, gave way to some more rain. But there are a couple more cars I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my wrap up now. So anyway, if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Mr. Gini. I provide car content. I cover classics, customs, exotics. I cover a very wide range of cars. So, you know, if you love cars, all kinds of cars, you definitely want to follow my channel. So anyway, hey, if you enjoyed the content, go ahead, hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. I don't believe I got this Oldsmobile here. So we'll get this Oldsmobile. Let me pan back out. Ooh, nice car there. Ain't a classic, but that is a really nice vet. This probably is my favorite kind of vet here. I think this is a C6. This just a beautiful, beautiful car. This is what I mean. Could you imagine if this car was not mass produced, if it was like a handmade car? What I'm getting at is, if it was not as common, if it was like, you know, not quite as common. Still a stunning car regardless. All right. So that's the Impala I'm talking about. This looks like maybe like late 50s Impala, maybe early 60s. Look at the shape of this. Wow.